All right, fashion dolls, and we are back. We are back. Let me fix this here. Yeah, much better. All right, so let me go ahead and send this to Kennedy so that we can continue where we left off. Wait a minute. There we are, and we're back.
Thank you. Thank you. It's good to be back.
Yes, you were saying how was 2024 for you before we got cut?
Yeah. Well, I was talking about what last year has been like and what this year has been like, and so far so good. It's been a very wonderful time, and also a very challenging time for most of us. For the Nollywood industry, personally, I must say it's been a trying time. I think we lost quite a lot of colleagues this year, more than we've ever lost in one year, and um, the most painful part was, a very young colleague who died a couple of weeks ago, and I think it's been a very challenging time for everybody generally. Personally, for me as an actor, it's been a lot of work, just putting in the work, basically trying to pick, like a lot of things together. Because at the end of the day, consistency is key. Whatever you're doing, you don't want to be a flash. You don't want to be a face that people are like, oh, I know this person. You want to be like a household name. And this doesn't come by just getting on the movie set and doing one job and then getting out. You have to be consistent. And I feel like every opportunity you get, for me as an actor, to be on a movie set is another opportunity to show my fans and show the world that look, we can have a wonderful, you know, we can do a great job. Like you can get better by each and every job that you do, each movie you do. You just have to get better. So far so good. I say 2024 has been a productive year so far. We're already hitting the third quarter of the year, and it's been a lot of amazing movies that has been shot, from January to now, and some of them are already released, and some are yet to be released. So I say it's been an amazing year. Yeah, it's been an amazing year. I must say that. Yeah.
And as we speak right now, you're on set. So you're multitasking right now. But other than that, you've got films that are coming out. What else is next for Kennedy?
Yes. Well, half of the time you just want to you want to do the job quietly and let, the results speak in public. I'm on a movie set right now. I just did wrapped up one this afternoon, and I'm actually on another one right now as we speak. And I have two. I have two jobs lined up for production, but in the next 1 month, and also I have a total of 7 movies that has just been released, and also that's from January till now, and have a couple of other movies that are yet to be released. So it's just more of more jobs, more production, more better jobs. I'm gonna use that word. Like you just have to increase whatever you put in the workload and the workforce. You just have to make it better. 'Cause for me, it's like whatever you do, you're doing it for your fans. You want to have an integrity. You want to have a brand, and at the same time, you must put your fans as your number one priority. I don't joke with that. So it's a whole lot coming up, and for the records, I'm a businessman. So other than movies, I do business. I do a whole lot of other. I'm also a farmer. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm also a farmer. I do a whole lot of things, but I'm looking forward to to taking a break in the next few months. I just want to take about a week or 2 off because I've not really had that time for some years now. And I think it's necessary. I want to look into my life personally. I want to relate with the people I love, because sometimes this joy makes you lose connection with the people you really love and the people you want to be in their life and you want them to be in your life, because half of the time you have to, you always hear and there. I was talking with someone a couple of days ago, and we are just discussing about this whole thing. How much we give in as actors into making good movies, and sometimes we end up losing ourselves because you're trying to give in your best. It affects your relationship, and sometimes it affects your family as well. So for me, I think I want to take a little time out and actually look back and try to see how I can reconnect with the people that really matter in my life. Yeah.
And I say that all the time. That is very, very important because us in the business, we're always on the go. We're always working. We're always in high demand, doing a lot of press, a lot of performances, interviews, as we're doing right now. It's a whole lot and it takes a toll on you. And that's what people have to realize and understand that it's a balance for us as well, too. It definitely is.
True, you're very correct. As a matter of fact, sometimes I tell people, the minute you know more, the minute you leave this world, it's like it's all over. And I always say this: if you know how quick we forget about the dead, you start living your life to please other people. I mean, my career, it's not what I'm trying to refer to. I just feel that people should spend more time with their loved ones. People should spend more time with people that really matters in their life. Because I mean, talking about my
Yes.
colleague who we lost a couple of weeks ago, sometimes I sit there and I look at his pictures. I remember the last time we were on the movie set together. We had a conversation. We were always talking about life. Always talking about you know dreams, what you want to do in the future. And I sit there and I'm like, so you mean this guy is gone and he's gone? He would never have the time to come back and fix those things he wanted to fix. And now he left behind a family with three kids, and the wife. And I'm just sometimes just sit down and I look around and I'm like, no. I think it cannot be overemphasized how much we need to spend time with the people we love, our family, because we're just busy working, trying to make that money. You're busy working, trying to become, that brand. You want to become relevant in the society, and you forget that there are people who actually need you in their life. And I've come to that conclusion that no matter how much it's like you give 50 to your career, and then you got to come in the other 50 and put some aside for your family, your loved ones, and you have to keep some for yourself. And that's where our health comes in. I mean, I have to say this. We lost a lot. Like I said earlier at the beginning of the show, we lost a lot of our colleagues this year, more than we've ever lost in 1 year. And most of them were as a result of health complications. And I feel that people work too hard and they don't pay attention to their health, which is paramount. You have to really pay
Yes.
attention to it, especially when you think that, oh, I'm still strong, like I'm still moving around. I just got out of a movie set and I'm actually in another one right now. I'm taking about 30 minutes off so I can be on this show. And a lot of people will be like, okay, you're filming all night until somewhere about 1 a.m. in the night, and then you finally get back to your room or your hotel. You catch up sleep for just a couple of hours. In the morning, you have to get up, get back to the movie set, and you're filming all day. And sometimes you're not eating the right way. You're not paying attention to your health. I think all of these things together has been part of some of the reasons that some of the things that has affected most of my colleagues. And I think at this point, it's really necessary. I'm happy that the Actors Guild president has actually come out to make, to sensitize the people, and there's been a couple of, announcement and trying to make people understand that you have to look out for your health. The other time there was a health walk, and not just once. There's been a couple of health walks being organized. Some more like, a form of awareness for people to know that look, you have to pay attention to your health. So by and large, I say it is paramount, and I think anybody out there who's listening or watching should do the same. It doesn't matter whether you're in the movie industry or you're in any other industry. No matter what you do, find time to pay attention to your health and also pay attention to your family and your loved ones. It cannot be overemphasized. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I tell people that all the time that it's imperative that you take care of your mental health and your well being because we're always in the positive, giving to so many people. We always giving. It's human nature. It's first instinct for us to keep giving and giving to the world. Whereas if you don't take care of yourself, there is no more of you. So it's
Yeah,
very, very important that you are taking care of yourself and protecting your peace as well too, because it is very,
exactly.
very sacred.
Very true. Very true. And I think that every sector should pay attention to the people. I mean, if you, no matter what sector you're in and whatever it is that you do, any organization or body, you should always look at those areas. Sometimes I think that, like for us actors, we are actually there to educate and entertain. These are people who are putting in so much to impact, the community, impact people. Now you put on whatever you do as a producer, movie producer, or as an actor, is a story you're telling. And then if you do so much to bless the lives of the people, and you losing, lacking something behind, I think there's a problem there. So generally, whatever sector we are, I think people should just try to pay attention to their health and also, the people, that surrounded them. It's more than necessary. Like it's just something you cannot, play around with. Yeah, I must say that.
Absolutely, absolutely. And when we were messaging throughout the week, it was something else you wanted to touch on as well too in this discussion that we're having because this is some great dialogue, and I hope you all are paying attention at home as well to the viewers. So something you wanted to touch on, what was it? Because I can't remember what it was. And it was, you said attention, seeking attention or something to that extent.
Oh, sorry. Can you go again? How you get that?
I was saying we was messaging throughout the week, and it was something that you wanted to touch on also
Yeah,
as well
yeah,
too about
yeah,
attention. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Well, I feel that sometimes this is the only. Personally, I'm not the kind of person who come on social media to start correcting the norms. I feel that everybody's entitled to their opinion and what you believe. The internet, the social media space is an avenue for people to come, speak their mind, share their view, express themselves. So whatever people believe in, whatever they do is totally okay. And I think that we just have to keep in mind that there's a community, or there is a generation of the younger ones who are actually looking up to and looking forward to what we do. And I think that it's just too much of people trying to be relevant. I'm talking about the industry now. Too many people wanting to be, you don't want to make an impression, and as such, they're going way overboard without putting into consideration the fact that, look, we have another generation coming after us. This is not the last generation, on earth. So I think that people should put into um, cognizance the fact that whatever you put out there, whatever content you're creating, it's something that's going to be there even when you're gone. So let's say in another 20, 30 years, would you look back at yourself or look back at the content and say, oh, I'm proud of what I did then? Or would you look at it and be like, oh, I wish I didn't have to take this spot off? So I think that, sometimes when I have the opportunity to talk with friends, a lot of person will be like, oh, look, you should make a video and probably talk about some of these norms, And personally, I'm a laid back kind of person, very reserved. My personal life is totally off the, social media. I mean, everybody don't have that same policy. But, when we talk like this, when we sit down like this, it's an avenue to actually, talk and also share with the
Yeah.
world what you think is appropriate and what is not. Excuse me. So, I was looking around because if you go online right now, you have to look at certain things that like what the content people are actually creating, and sometimes you just want to ask yourself: Is this all about the entertainment, or is there any positive impact that those people are actually making, or created in a society? And at the end of the day, what we see right now is it's a generation where everybody is literally just pretending to be happy. The real form they actually not, because it's a whole lot going inside. Of course, we don't necessarily. I think people have to be more original. That's my point, basically. Like, this is who you are. This is who your brand, and then you putting out there is awesome. We can have a wonderful time with it. But in a situation where you have to be like this, on the media, and then behind on your personal lives, it's totally the opposite. I think that's not preaching. It's more like do what I say, not what I do, kind of preaching. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's for me a bit of an issue. So that's one of the reasons I've been off social media for a while. I went off Instagram for a couple of weeks, about a couple of months actually. I just wanted time to wear my hair and go on the too many little things. You know what I mean? So, and it was actually a time for me. And I think people should do that. Sometimes take some time off, reflect on your mind, and try to see how you can get your sanity back. There's a whole lot going on the social media space, and if you're not careful, you get drifted, you get carried away with what you see, and not knowing that it's actually more like a generation of people suffering and smiling. Everybody's just pretending to be good, but on the inside, we actually dealing with something. I understand that it's okay to deal with a problem or one or two problems. It's normal. It's life for you. But when you preaching a different sermon on the social media space, when really you're not impacting people, but you're actually making them feel like, oh, they're not worth it, they're not good enough. I think that's where the problem is. Now, I actually want to use this medium to, speak to as many, who are listening. Yeah, look, no matter what you do, make sure whatever you create, whatever you stand for, is something that can actually impact the next generation. And when people look at you, when you look at yourself in the next 10, 20, or 30 years, you have every reason to be, happy with yourself that you did a great job. And you don't look at yourself and then look down. That's basically what I have to say. Thank you.
And that is such a great point because I talk a lot about legacies. What you put out there is what the next generation is going to see, and that's why I'm very, very careful with what I put out here as far as my image and anything. I'm very protective over that. I know my specific brand, and I've stated what exactly my specific brand is. As far as Style by Stevie goes, I represent glamour, I represent beauty, I represent grace, I represent style, integrity. And it's about having all of these things as you progress and grow in the business. Because I started off very, very young. I started right after high school. In 2014 is when I started this platform. And to see how far I've come now, 30 years of living life and experiencing, it's amazing. I'm happy to be where I'm at this point in my life. And you're getting so much love in the comments. Kevly Andrew says, nice
Yeah,
seeing you
I still
here.
love you. Wonderful
And he
people.
also says, hi, boss.
Hey, JJ, yeah, a lot of wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people. Thank you guys. Thank you, Princess.
Okay.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank
Okay.
you guys.
Huh?
Hey,
Yes. Interview.
thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you, Kevin Andrew. Thank you. Thank you guys. These are all wonderful people. Like I always say, you can't be a brand without the people that believe in you and the people that support you. And half of the time, you become a face and you feel too proud or too big to recognize the people that actually support you. Without them, you won't be there. You won't be who you are. Thank you, Teddy. Thank you. Without them, you won't be anything. So, I mean, it's Spider-Man. Like personally, when I do a movie, when I get in a movie and then it's released, I just want to see people's review because I mean you can't take them out of the picture because there's a reason why you're there. When you're making a movie or you're doing anything, whatever brand you represent or you're creating, you're pushing, without the people that see the dream or the people who see your content and appreciate it, you can't move anywhere. You can't be anything. So it's paramount that you appreciate and recognize these people. They're the ones who make you, who you are. And so for me, I'll say audience review is number one. I don't play with that. I appreciate it when people talk back at me, when you communicate like, okay, look, I like what you did here, or I think you could have done better here. Without just yelling. I mean, that's everything for me. Yeah. So I mean, it's good to have everyone joining in here. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you.
And they're showing you so much love and support. So how does that feel to have your support system here, right here, watching us conversate?
Well, like you said, it cannot be overemphasized. I feel that when people love and support what you do, it's just an avenue for you to do better. And you just have to keep that in the back of your mind. It's not because you're too good, it's just an avenue for you to do better. And number one, never let them down. Never let them down. You know, we're humans, and sometimes we make mistakes. It's understandable. But I've seen a lot of celebrities. I've seen a lot of public figures who believe that hey, look, they can mess just do whatever they like with a fan simply because this person is just a fan. So I mean, who cares? I have 1 million people out there who support me. You know, getting all those love from people to me just so that okay, whatever it is that you do people are frustrated. And what it means to me is you have to do better. You have to make sure you keep it 100 with the people that love you. And that's it for me. It's amazing. I mean, it's heartwarming to have all these wonderful people. Great.
And it's amazing to have people behind you, backing you 100%, supporting you in your career and your journeys, or whatever else it is that you're doing in your life. So, how would you say for you at this point in your life, which I love you too. Hi, Don Bond. A big shout out to Don Bond, director, creator, producer, and he's a good friend of mine. So definitely go and follow him and check out his show Boy Drama if you have not on YouTube. Amazing show, great creator, great producer. You will not be disappointed. And it's a, when we talk about support system, Don Bond, that's a great support system right there. And I've seen a few others come in. I didn't get a chance to see your comments, but yes, it's amazing to have a huge support system with people loving on you, supporting you, and pouring into you and your endeavors and whatever your career choices are. So I must say right now, in 2024, this has been an amazing year for me thus far. 2023, I've had some ups and downs, but this year is it, and it's written in stone. So for
Yes.
you said it yourself. 2023 was a great year for you. 2024 is a great year for you. So, what is next for Kennedy? You got your films that are going to be coming out. Are we going to see you behind the lens pretty soon?
Yeah. I have a couple of movies coming out. I mean particularly I have a movie that I'm looking up to. It's such an amazing movie, and it has a lot to teach. You know, it's actually one that I posted a couple of weeks ago. You know, it's a movie that actually, it's a story that actually true lies on the bipolar disorder, people suffering, people, that are actually suffering from bipolar disorder, how to know it, and then, how to actually, remedy the situation. So it's a beautiful movie. But now, I think I have next week there's a movie that will be out. It's an amazing movie. I'm looking forward to having as many movies released this year, because next year, actually before the last quarter of the year, I might be taking a little break. So that I don't want to leave my people. I don't want to leave my friends. Leave them hanging. So definitely there has to be something out there for them while taking my little break in quotes. Let me use that word. So yeah, this year definitely has been an amazing year, and so far so good. I won't say that, but I mean the rest of the year is coming with so much surprises, so much wonderful stuff. Um, I can't actually start saying a lot of them here because sometimes it looks like, oh, you're saying a lot. We want to see it. Like I said, I like to
So
do
don't
the
say
work.
too much.
I like to do the work in private and allow the results speaking for me. So yeah, it's gonna be a great year. The remaining months of the year, it's gonna come with so much wonderful stuff. I mean, I can't wait to share it with my people. I don't call them fans. I call them family. I can't wait to share it with my family. you know, I
Because
can't
you
wait to share it
established
with
your
my
brand
family
and
and
everything.
so on. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to, we having a one-on-one interactive section so that I mean, I want to have times where I can actually relate with my fans, and I think that's one thing I've not been doing. A lot of persons have told me, "Look, you should be coming live sometimes so you can talk." But I don't want to say I'm the shy type, but I'd rather say I just get busy, and sometimes I just want to lay back and actually watch the world from my little window. That's the way I am. I just want to sit back and watch what's going on. I'm not really the type who would come out here and. But I think I should do more for personal interaction with my fans because I think it makes them feel, you know, that sense of belonging. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this year definitely promises to be a wonderful one. It's more to come, more movies, and also a visit to the United States. Yes, I'm coming.
You'll love it down here. You'll love it down here.
Yes,
It's
yes, I'm
so
coming.
much.
Yes, I will. I will. Most definitely, we'll be having time to meet on one-on-one, and then perhaps we can have another interview right there. For instance.
And oh my God, it's more. I see so much more for you in the future. You're coming down to the United States. You'll enjoy it. Like it's a whole different world, a whole different time, and it's so much to explore down here in the United States. I think you love it.
Yes, somewhere in August, there will be an exhibition for Africans. Actually, I will be in Barbados for the African uh, Root Experience. It's actually a program that's been put together by Barbadians, and it's actually to recognize their roots, where they're from. It's believed that most of some of the Caribbean countries are actually, from Africa. So it's a show that I'll be attending in Barbados, and it's something that talks about the culture, the African culture, and also the part of the Nollywood movie that actually also going to be in an exhibition over there. So I think it's just a wonderful lineup for this year. And like I said, I can't wait to share it with everyone. I can't wait to share it with you and everybody, who support what I do. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it.
And you're on set right now. So we're
Yes.
now in the spring months. So what are you looking forward to this spring? It is officially spring because the last time we did our interview, I want to say it was in the winter time.
Yes. Um, well, personally, I must say, when I finished the first, I wrapped a job, I wrapped a movie shoot earlier this morning, and then I moved down here for this particular one. This is a very wonderful story, beautiful story. I mean, I'm just looking forward to, when this movie will be released, and I'm also looking forward to because it's actually a cinema movie and it will be premiered in the cinema. So I'm looking forward to being able to show my community. I call them family. I'm not used to calling them fans because I just feel that they way bigger and better than fans. They my family. So yeah, show my family and every lover of Kennedy Samario that we've made a good movie and it is time to sit down and enjoy a beautiful story. It's gonna change so many lives. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a great movie this year, and also this particular one that I'm doing right now. Like I said, I'm taking about 30 minutes off just to have this interview. So yeah, after this interview, I'm going back on set to continue filming. So that's gonna be like another 2 hours. I think it's already 10 p.m. my time. So I'm gonna be on set again for another 2 hours. So most likely by 12 midnight, man, I should be done for the day. Yeah, it's a lot
So
of
it's
work.
10 where he's at, and it's 5 o'clock here in the United States. So we are in two different time zones, and that's what we were trying to get right earlier. So, Fashion Dolls, before we let Kennedy go, are there any questions that you would like to ask him or myself before we leave? Kennedy, it was
Okay.
always a pleasure catching up with you because we had this already in the works. I think we set this back up in February.
Yeah. Personally, I want to ask this. You have been doing this for a while now. You have been connecting people people. You have been reaching out internationally and locally,
Yeah.
generally. You've been bringing people together. You've been consistent with this. Even when you had a little break, you came back on it and you've just been doing this. Now I want to ask you, what has been your motivation personally? Because I know how hard it is, especially when you're creating a brand or when you're doing something and it seems to be a lot of challenges. You know, how do you keep going? What keeps you afloat regardless of the challenges? Because I think a lot of young people who want to do what you're doing needs to see this. I mean, I sit down sometimes and I just look at how much you've been able to talk to the board, how much you've been able to bring people together from all over. You know, today you're here, tomorrow you're doing this, you're talking with this person over there, over here. This is the third time I'm coming on the show. That's consistency. You've been able to, I mean, I remember when we booked the time you gave me, we had this date about 6 months ago, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken. We had this date planned out about 6 months ago, and you've been so methodical how you put it together. What has been your drive? I really want to know because I want to put that into my own brand as well. So go ahead, let it go.
I would say God and my mom. My mom is my biggest supporting force. My mom has always motivated me and my brothers and my sister to go after whatever it is that we want to, that we're passionate about. And you guys all have been a motivating force to me as well too. But the main two is God and my mom. My mom is my rock, and also my grandmother. I'm surrounded by powerful women in my family, and they always encourage me to go for whatever it is that sets your soul on fire. So my mom and God is what keeps me going because it has been a hassle. It's been consistency, and I've tried to be very consistent with this platform every single day, and it's a lot. But my mom is always motivating me to keep going after whatever it is that I love.
That's amazing. I mean, it's uh, you must be a lucky person. You have a very supportive mother. I mean, I'm glad you have a mom by your side, and God has also been your bedrock, as well. I mean, that's amazing. Now, I just want to ask one more question. I want you to give one word to young people out there who are also creating content like this. People who have a dream, because a lot of times we want to do something, and then we don't really have the niche. Sometimes we're looking at the challenges. I mean, you can think of we had to go off a couple of times before we finally go back to have this show because the network was poor, a couple of other challenges. The same
Oh
goes
yeah.
with life. Sometimes you have challenges too in life. What would you tell people who are trying hard to become somebody, to become something, to have something to do, and you feel like the challenges is too much, probably maybe the obstacles I'm facing, I can't deal with this or deal with them. What would you say to them?
What I would say to people who's looking to get into the business of hosting a platform is go for it. Go for it. Be original. Because when I first got in this business, I was just like, okay, where do I fit in? What do I do? Have your own personality and be original. That is key to having longevity in this business. And be your authentic self because nobody can do it better than you. You are the best version of yourself. You are at the height of your life. You are at the prime of your life. You have a purpose and you have a calling. And that is what I would tell young people that are watching this platform.
Amazing. Amazing. Once again, thank you. It's good to have you. I mean, it's good to be on this show, and I'm really glad we were able to make this happen, regardless of the little obstacles. But I'm looking forward to. I don't mind. Like, I feel so blessed to be on this platform anytime we have to have this conversation because I feel like it's an avenue to actually touch the word and talk to the word. And anytime we have this, it's just. I mean, I just feel blessed to be here, and I look forward to coming back on the show whenever, I'm permitted to come on the show. I feel it is a whole lot because, whenever you do this, you're able to touch the different areas, especially for
Yeah.
as an actor. I was going to talk about things like what most young aspiring actors face when they're trying to come into the industry. I've seen a lot. I've gotten a lot of messages on my DM and people saying stuff like, "Oh, I want to be an actor. How can I be an actor? How can I do this? How can I do that? How can I?" And
Right.
I just tell them, well, personally, I'll say it's easy, but you just need to understand that there are there are challenges, that you must face, and sometimes you have to take your time to explain to everybody what and what they need to know before becoming. Okay, people think that, oh, you can just wake up and tomorrow overnight you're a star. You have to put in the work. There are challenges. There are times when you feel like quitting. You feel like you don't get in the movie roles, you don't get in the recognitions, you don't get in the kind of roles you
Yeah.
want. You know what I'm saying? And you feel like, oh well, I don't think this is for me. I think I just rather quit. But you just need to keep going. And sometimes I take out time to explain to people some of the challenges and how you can actually manage it. And then again, most people don't understand it because what they expect to hear from you is not what you're telling them. They expect you to tell them, look, you can just do it like this, abracadabra, and everything's great. But it doesn't work like that. So, well, I'm sure next time we get to talk, I'll lay emphasis on some of these things. I think it goes a long way in helping young people out there, aspiring actors or actresses who want to become a movie star or whatever, understand that, look, there are certain rules and regulations, there are certain, stages you have to go through to become what you want to be. So, yeah, to discuss all of it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. To anyone that is looking out there, follow your passions, follow your hearts, follow your endeavors, and keep going, keep motivated. Now is the time more than anything. I told you guys when I first started this season, which would have been back in January the 2nd, what happened was I created a vision board, and almost everything that I put onto that vision board, me and my best friend, my girlfriend, my sister were texting earlier, and I was trying to help her get her vision board and stuff together. But I have mine. I've already made mine back before we got into the new year, and I said, okay, I want to work on this. I want to work on this. So plan, create, and set a goal. If acting is something that you want to get into, there's so many coaches out here that can help you with that. If you want to get into directing, there's so many people out here that can help you get into directing as well as you. So never sell yourself short. Definitely.
Thank you. Thank you. Honestly, I just love the fact that we can actually have a session like this, more like an interactive session, and I think that's the most amazing part of it. I mean, I look forward to when we get to deal with more issues, especially from this part of the world. Definitely it's a two different part of the world. That's some of the things I would like to share. And we can have an interaction. And because there's so many things, it's more like a challenge that we have to deal with here, but you don't have to deal with it over there. Now, this is a social media space, and everybody's watching all over the world. There are people watching even in the States. There are people watching from here from Africa. So it's just a general thing, and I think that we should be able to deal with issues that touches the general community.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, hopefully, when we came back on the show, we'll be having all that time. I mean, I can't wait. I can't wait to be back on the show with you. I
I
really
can't wait to
do.
chat with you again either. I had such a great time. This was a refreshing conversation, and I hope you guys took something from some of the gems that Kennedy was up here giving to us as well, too, Fashion Dolls.
Okay. Well, let me quickly say this. A big thank you to everybody who has been a part of my brand. A big thank you to everybody who loves me unconditionally. Yes, a lot of people have loved me unconditionally. You know what I'm saying? And a big thank you to everybody who supported, me over the years. And also those who would tell, I like constructive criticism. It's very okay when you look up to somebody and like, look, I like what you're doing, but I think you can do it better, or I think you could have been like this. So I think, it helps. Like I always say, audience review means a lot to me. That's everything to me. So once again, I want to say a big thank you to everybody. And I want to say a big thank you to you. Yes, Starbird Stevie, a wonderful show. There's connected people over the years, touching lives, still touching lives. And I'm actually a big fan. I'm a big fan of your program. And then, I mean, I just love coming up on this show. I can't wait to be back here again. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
You are so welcome, and we are definitely going to have you back. And thank y'all so much for the love. Look at all of this love.
Yeah, a lot of wonderful people coming up. Yeah, yeah, a lot of wonderful people. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I love you. Thank you.
Fashion Dolls. Give it up for our very special guest, Kennedy Samario. And please follow him. Joining me tomorrow, we have Marcus Rux. So make sure you guys stay tuned here on Style by Stevie. It is also Met Gala Monday. So make sure you guys go and check out the dress that I'm wearing today in homage to the Met Gala, which is Sleeping Beauty's Reawakening Fashion. I love you all and stay tuned for fashion coverage from tonight's Met Gala as well. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you guys. What's up?
Take care, everyone.